Want to thank everybody for tuning in here live on AdvantageRacing.tv, the official streaming partner here at Rapid Speedway. If you ever can't be here on a Friday night in person, make sure you check us out online at AdvantageRacing.tv. One more heat race to go in our Seabisser Graphics Hobby Stocks. Starting on the pole position here in heat race number 4 out of Sioux Falls. Driving the 14, it's Shyla Erickson. Outside of row number 1, this driver comes out of Hills, Minnesota in the 24H. It's Brock Harnick. Inside row 2, this driver's out of Sioux Falls. Driving the 12L car, it's Dustin Ledger. And outside of him, in the number 10 car out of Alvord, Iowa, it's Blake Schneekloth. Inside row number 3, driver out of Hartford, South Dakota in the 18K is Landon Crone, and the 19L of Lily Jurens. Final heat race here in our Seabisser Graphics Hobby Stocks. Blake Schneekloth on the move, working his way around the outside here, looking for the race lead as they head into turn 3 and 4. Crazy bunch of cars as we complete lap number 1. At the line, it's Dustin Ledger with the race lead, but Schneekloth is there. Schneekloth grabs the lead away as they head down the backstretch. Blake Schneekloth now your race leader. Ledger in that second spot, followed by Erickson and Crone. Crone into the third position, looking for more as he comes up to that back bumper. He'll start to put the pressure on the 12L of Ledger as they come through 3 and out of 4. Crone dips down low. He'll take the spot at the race line. Crone back up to the top side. Now chases down the backstretch. Sits about 1 second behind the 10 of Schneekloth. 2 laps to go to see if Landon Crone can run down Blake. Schneekloth, the driver out of Alvord, Iowa. Not used to that. Normally he's a Brandon, South Dakota guy. Now hailing from Alvord, Iowa. Takes the white flag. Catching up on the lap traffic of Jurens here. Lily stays down low, the lap car. Leaders go on by. Checkers will fly in the air for your heat race winner, Blake Schneekloth. Landon Crone comes home second. Dustin Ledger third. Shyla Erickson grabs that fourth and final redraw or transfer position. Next, come to our raceway. It's going to be our Red Rock Bar and Grill IMCA Race Saver Sprint Cars. 3 heat races here tonight in our sprint car division. 8 laps of distance. The top 3 cars will make it into tonight's redraw. IMCA Race Saver points in feature time. They are lined up by point average. Well, that makes things a lot of fun. We'll start seeing the fast cars go to the rear of the redraw. Heat race number 1 makes its way onto the racing surface on the pole position here tonight out of Jackson, Minnesota, driving the 13 MJ. It's Brandon Halverson. Outside of row number 1 out of Canton, South Dakota, he drives that number 11 car. That is Carter High School. Inside row 2 out of Harrisburg, South Dakota, it's the 6B of Bailey Ballinger. And outside of her out of Sanborn, Iowa, the 33 of Trevor Smith. In your third and final row out of Brandon, South Dakota, in the 23L, it's Aiden Lloyd, and his outside out of Minnetonka, Minnesota, the 3D of Dan Greep. 6 cars, 8 laps of distance. Red Rock Bar and Grill bringing you our IMCA Race Saver Sprint Cars. Make sure you check out the Red Rock Bar and Grill any day of the week. They're open 7 days a week. fantastic food and great cold drinks. A great place to stop right there on the highway between here and Sioux Falls. Swing on into the Red Rock. Check them guys out. If you're going to Huset's on Sunday night for their season opener, what a great way to go. They're in the afternoon. Stop on into the Red Rock Bar and Grill. Make sure you stop on out on Wednesday nights for bike night all summer long. Bike night at the Red Rock provides live music. Local bands from around the tri-state area. Drivers get their instruction to jump in order. Carl Johnson ahead of the Vans Power Center flag stand. Going to tell them to get lined up. Carter High School got to fall back in order. Cars need to be side by side, nose to tail, until they get the green flag. Heat race number 1 of 3, 8 laps the distance. The top 3 cars make tonight's redraw as Halverson and High School take us around for the Iowa Corn green flag. Brandon Halverson rockets to the race lead. Trevor Smith coming to second. Bailey Ballinger going with him as they work by High School way up in the top shelf. He'll fall all the way back to the tail of the field as we collect lap number 1. High School and Aiden Lloyd just about get together off of turn number 4. Lloyd trying to work his way back around the number 11 car. Halverson out in front. He'll lead once again. Has opened up a lead of over 1 second quickly here in heat race number 1. Halverson, Smith, Ballinger, and Dan Greep, your top 4. Ballinger in that third and final redraw position. Brandon Halverson setting sail here in heat race number 1. That Hazer Auto and Detailing black and pink 13 MJ. Trevor Smith off the racing surface on a turn number 2. He'll give up that second spot. Now he'll give up third. Contact and up and over. Trevor Smith, red flag over the raceway. Trevor Smith slid off the top side of the raceway, came back on. Dan Greep was coming through and clipped the front end, and Smith went up and over. Dan Greep might have some damage to that 3 car on the right side there after the contact, but the red flag flies over the raceway. George Fire Department, Lyon County Ambulance on their way to the scene. Smith for a wild ride off of turn number 3 here in heat race number 1. Smith had been running in the second position, was trying to get back on the raceway and maintain a redraw spot in the top 3 before Greep clipped him. Papik Motors Tow Truck and the tow company making their way out there. I see Dan Greep out of the race car of that 3 car. Tough break for him. Nowhere for him to go as Trevor was coming back onto the racing surface. Looks like that 3 car will be done here for the heat race. Hopefully not too much damage there, maybe just a right rear tire. You are getting word from race officials that Trevor Smith is out of the car. He is doing fine as well. Pretty nasty little spill. That 33 Smith racing machine. Third generation racer, Grandpa Bill, that famous 33 car for all those years. Good time to stand up, stretch your legs, maybe make a run to that concession stand. Remember, we do have Advantage Racing going on down there, so you don't have to miss a minute of the action while you're waiting in line. It's going live down there. Good chance to head down to that Speedway bar as well. Jacelyn and Katie, they are slinging buckets for you. Make sure you go down there, fill them up. We've got plenty of ice cold beer for you guys. We got Budweiser, Bud Light. We got Busch Lights for you, Coors Light, Miller Light. We got Mick Ultras for you, Summer Shandies. We got Yingling. We got Yingling Flight down there as well. Twisted Teas. Got a couple flavors of Carbless, some High Noons. We got Lucky One Sweet Tea Vodka. We got some Good Boys. Bud Zero if you're a non-alcoholic person. Locally brewed at the Rock River Brewing Co. We got Rocky Lattes and the big Seltzy Strawberry Seltzers down there. Go down there, see what we all have to offer at the Speedway bar. Grab a bucket, 5 for $20 for those main brands. Put them on ice, keep them cold. Make sure you take care of your bartenders down there, and they will take care of you. Matt Cook doing a fantastic job at the Rapid Speedway concession stands as always, keeping us full of hot, fresh food. Make sure you grab those lucky number programs at the Rapid Speedway Speed Shop. All sorts of Rapid Speedway gear, but grab one of those $1 souvenir programs. You could be a winner of a light box here tonight, courtesy of Cruise Racing and their 3D printing machine. We do have our trophy presenters selected right now for tonight's racing action. Our trophy presenter tonight in our Sportsman will be Laney Vanderweide. Laney Vanderweide in the Sportsman cars. Our Hobby Stock presenter will be Remington Sefcik. I think that's how I say that. I'm not sure. Remington, you are my Hobby Stock presenter. Our Race Saver Sprint Car presenter will be Bryson Montes. Bryson Montes. In our B Modifies, we'll have the Luthold boys. Get Boyd Luthold up there. Boyd, you'll help us out with the B Mods. And in our USRA stock cars, Evie Van Veldhuizen will be our trophy presenter. If we called your name, head down under the Vans Power Center flag stand after your respective feature, and you will help us present the trophies down in Pizza Ranch Victory Lane, all by being a part of the Rocky Rookies Club here at Rapid Speedway. Well, if you're looking for something to do after the racing here tonight, make sure you head on downtown Rock Rapids. You can check out the County Seat Grill. Following the races till 2 a.m., it's County Seat Grill offering $3 tap beers and $2 off pizza after the races till 2 a.m. Just go down there by the stoplight in Rock Rapids, right downtown. And check out the County Seat Grill after tonight's racing action. Open till 2. Once again, we thank our sponsor here tonight, bringing you tonight's racing action to Rapid Speedway, D&K Door and J Electric out of Hall, Iowa. Thank you guys so much for supporting us here tonight at Rapid Speedway. Hope you guys are having a great time over in the VIP booth there in turn number 1. D&K Door, they've got you covered. They offer the finest quality of overhead doors and openers for industrial and residential buildings. Make sure you give them a call when you're looking for your next overhead door. Check out J Electric for all your electric needs. They offer a wide variety of electrical services. They do projects with industrial, commercial, agriculture, and residential. They are your number one choice in electrical needs. D&K Door and J Electric bringing you tonight's racing action live from Rapid Speedway. Four laps down, 4 laps remain as we push off this heat race number 1 and get these cars relined up and ready to go. Brandon Halverson, your race leader, that Hazer Auto and Detailing driver out of Jackson, Minnesota. Bailey Ballinger will move into the number 2 spot. Aiden Lloyd will jump into the 3rd position, and Carter High School will be in the 4th spot. Top 3 finishers make it into tonight's redraw for our A feature in the Red Rock Bar and Grill Race Saver Sprint Cars. Halverson has led from the get-go, had a nice lead over the field, over Trevor Smith before he slid off the racetrack and then made contact and went up and over. We do have one of those lucky number programs for you here right now. Pull out your program, check out that little ticket on the top of it. If you call your number, head on down to where you bought your program, and you have won a light box courtesy of Cruise Racing. We are looking for ticket 37102-227. 37102-227. You are a winner of your lucky number program. 37102-227. Ready to go back to green here this time around. 4 laps down, 4 laps remain. Heat race number 1 in our IMCA sprint cars. Brandon Halverson takes us back to the Iowa Corn green flag. Halverson goes to the top side. Ballinger goes down low. Aiden Lloyd to the outside there. Is a little bit close to the edge there. Almost went off the backside of the raceway. Stays on, maintains that 3rd running order. Halverson back out to a big lead. Ballinger hanging on there to that 2nd spot. Lloyd in 3rd. Carter High School right now on the outside looking into that redraw. Final lap here in heat race number 1. Brandon Halverson on cruise control. Comes out of turn number 4. Halverson wins heat race number 1. Brandon Halverson wins heat race number 1. Bailey Ballinger 2nd. Aiden Lloyd in 3rd. And Carter High School rounds out the top 4. Heat race number 2 making its way into the push-off area here. Starting in the pole position in heat race number 2, off the pole position out of Harrisburg, South Dakota, it's the driver of the 3B, it's Blake Ballinger. Outside row number 1 out of Brandon, South Dakota, driving the 28G, it's Grayson Major. In row number 2 out of Arnolds Park, Iowa, he drives the number 91. It's Andrew Sullivan. And his outside out of Lakefield, Minnesota, the 9A of Hunter Hansen. Inside of your third and final row out of Rock Rapids, in the number 23, it's Brandon Bosma. And his outside out of Valley Springs, South Dakota, the 96 of Blaine Stegenga. 6 cars, 8 laps the distance. The top 3 make it into tonight's redraw for our A feature. Heat race number 2 of 3 in our Red Rock Bar and Grill IMC Race Saver Sprinters. Carl Johnson going to let him know we're going to go green flag next time around here in heat race number 2. Front row belongs to Blake Ballinger and Grayson Major. Row number 2, Andrew Sullivan, Hunter Hansen, Brandon Bosma, and Blaine Stegenga make up row number 3. Coming to the Iowa Corn green flag for heat race number 2. Ballinger slides up high out of turn number 2. That opens the door. Here comes Sullivan to the inside. Sullivan down low as they come through 3 and 4. Bosma trying to come with him. Ballinger still out in front, a little high off of turn number 2, maintains the top spot. Bosma around the outside of Sullivan, now works down low as they come off of turn number 4. Brandon Bosma to the inside, slides up the hill. Ballinger loses it off the backside. Bosma down low as he takes over the race lead. Then it is Sullivan and Hansen, your top 3. Ballinger slides across the raceway in front of Stegenga. Stegenga turns it down the hill. Bosma out in front as he leads this time around. Stegenga now into that 4th spot. He's got one more place to go to try and grab a shot at the redraw as Bosma comes off of the corner and leads once again. This time as he crossed the line, he leads by over 2.5 seconds. Hunter Hansen looks inside of Sullivan. Battle for second there between the 91 and the 9A. White flag flies. Bosma around the high side of the racetrack has about a 4-second lead over the field. As he comes through 3 and 4, the checkers fly for the driver out of Rock Rapids, the 23 of Brandon Bosma. Hunter Hansen comes home second. Stenga making a run at it, but it's Andrew Sullivan grabbing that third spot, and fourth to Stenga. Brandon Bosma, your race winner. Hunter Hansen second. Andrew Sullivan third. Blaine Stegenga in fourth. And Blake Ballinger rounds out the top 5. One more heat race to go in our Red Rock Bar and Grill IMCA Race Saver Sprint Cars. Make sure these drivers head to the scales and head to the tech area. Top 4 guys making their way around and into tech for these Race Saver sprinters. As heat race number 3 starts to push off, we'll take a look at their lineup. On the pole position here tonight out of Brandon, South Dakota, driver of the 62J, it's Jay Major. Outside of row number 1, out of Laverne, Minnesota, in the number 4, it's Gavin Gregory. Inside row number 2, out of Sioux Falls, he drives the 18 car. That is Corbin Erickson. And he is outside, also out of Sioux Falls, the 12L of long-haired John Lamberts. Inside row 3, he's last week's feature winner out of Hartford, South Dakota. In the 17, it's Lee Ghost Jr. Final heat race here tonight, Red Rock Bar and Grill IMCA Race Saver Sprint Cars. We'll have some B-Mod action yet to come, some stock car action here to round out our heat race action. Then we'll have a hobby stock B main for you before we head to intermission. 90 total cars checked in tonight at Rapid Speedway. Great group of cars in each one of our classes. Got another lucky number program for you. If you are a winner, we call your ticket. Go and grab one of those light boxes, courtesy of Cruise Racing. Lucky program number. We'll wait for this sprint car to come on by. Lucky program number 37102-237. 37102-237. You are a winner. Go down and collect your prize at the Rapid Speedway Speed Shop. Drivers get in line here. They collect themselves. Remember, an IMCA Race Saver sprint car racing, drivers are lined up by their point averages. How they finish on a weekly basis gives them a respective point average. The fast guys go to the tail each and every night. Ready to go, Iowa Corn green flag action, race number 3 in our Red Rock Barn Grill IMCA Race Saver Sprints. Jay Major, early race lead. Corbin Erickson on the move on the bottom side of the raceway, looking for second as he works his way by Gavin Gregory. Erickson into second, Gregory third. On the outside comes Lee Ghost Jr. Lee grabs the 4th spot, now sets his eyes on third. Got to be in that top 3 to make it into tonight's invert. Ghost now to the inside of Gregory as they come off of turn number 4. Ghost slides up the hill. He takes third, now looks for second down the backstretch. He's got it as they head to turn number 3. Ghost around the outside. He's looking for more off of turn number 4. Lee Ghost Jr., your new race leader. Lee Ghost Jr., the race leader. Corbin Erickson works his way into second. Major falls back into third. "12L" John Lambert's shutting it down as he comes by the flag stand off the pace in that Chapel Hill number 12L. Lee Ghost Jr. still out in front. Major slides up the hill right in front of Gavin Gregory. The battle for third. Ghost way out in front. Erickson in that second spot. The battles for that third and final invert position. Gregory to the outside, Major to the bottom side as we come to the white flag. One more lap to go. Gregory takes the third spot away as we head through 1 and 2 out of turn number 4. Your race winner, the 17 of Lee Ghost Jr. Lee Ghost Jr. is your heat race winner. Corbin Erickson second, Gavin Gregory third, and Jay Major rounds out the field in 4th. Got a couple heat races coming your way in our Papik Motors USRAB Modifieds. Papik Motors with 3 locations in Laverne, Rock Rapids, and Sibley, Iowa. They offer all your major brands in vehicles. When you're looking for your next vehicle,